In this video, I'm going to be looking at 3 features of the software from Evoto and the software from Portrait Pro. Now, we're going to be using 2 versions of Portrait Pro. We're going to be using Portrait Pro Studio Max, and we'll be looking at some of the features that are available in Portrait Pro Body Studio. Now, that will be concentrating on the adjustments of the body itself, so we will leave that to the end of the video. But for now, we're going to concentrate on 2 areas. One is the hair gaps and the fixing of hair artifacts and problems with hair within a photo. Now, this is something that somebody messaged in one of my previous videos. I didn't cover it, blah, blah, blah. Like I've said before, in these videos, I'm just going over the features I use. Okay, now it's down to you to download the software yourself, see if it's right for you, whether it be Portrait Pro, Evoto, etc., whatever it is. All I'm doing is giving my opinions on how I use the software and the features I use and like. That's what I talk about. Anyway, don't forget, like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and we'll jump straight into this video. So both of them give you the options to edit hair to a degree. Something I don't use much because they don't seem to work that well in either software, so I just stay away from it. So we've got a picture here, we've got some stray hairs on this side, obviously same picture, so we can have a go at what we can do. Now, Evoto is the latest version. As you saw at the beginning of the video, I just downloaded the update this morning, so we're running, as of the 18th of March, the latest version of Evoto, and we're on 2024 Portrait Pro. In Evoto, we've got the option to hair gaps. Okay, that's a feature that you can use to, so in this photo here, there's a little bit of hair gap in here, and we could adjust that if we wanted to. Now, the results to me don't look that good. I might use it on some occasions, but something I probably wouldn't use. Anyway, that's one feature that we can do with Evoto. It's in there. High cranial top. That adjusts the top of the hair. Now, there's a version of that in Portrait Pro, which is something I use, which is hair volume. It's a similar sort of thing. We've got hairline that adjusts it up and down, but the one I use mainly is a hair volume, which gives a full volume effect to the whole of the hair. Whereas on this one, it's just doing cranial top. Now, that's something that they may address in the future. You've also got hairline in Evoto, up and down. So that's where the difference is, and the strength of each one differ. Hair gaps, no hair gaps. High cranial, hair volume, which I think works better for me. Again, hairline is in each one. Now, still in the beta stage, that's why I didn't really mention it, was the removing the hair strays. Again, doesn't matter which software I'm using, it's not a feature I would use. So we go to the in-painting in Portrait Pro, and we've got a section here, stray hair remover. And then we've got the beta version on Evoto. So again, they're still working on it, blah, blah, blah. Stray hair removal. Now, we'll just go straight onto full effect. Remove stray hairs. This is the area here. We've got some stray hairs. It's removed some, but not all. We've still got all this here. Now, this is something I would fix in Photoshop. So again, it's not something I would use in this software. This isn't what I use the software for. On this side, we've got stray hairs. Again, it's removed some, but it didn't remove all. Again, like I said, it's beta. They could still be working on it, but at the moment, it's not something I would use. Again, stray hair remover on Portrait Pro. Takes a few seconds to load. Again, I'm using a Mac Mini M1 with 16 gigabyte of RAM to do the editing. Now, both softwares would work a little bit quicker if I wasn't screen recording and using both at the same time. But is what it is. Let's carry on. On the stray hair remover on Portrait Pro, you can adjust the size of the hair remover, the hair thickness, and then it's got the ability here to either adjust the image from a dark background or a light background. So we're on a light background here, so we will have a go at removing the hairs. And let's see what happens. So on the finer hairs, it's removing them. Let's have another go. Hair thickness. As you can see, for me, I could be using it wrong, but it doesn't work how I would expect it to work. So this is something, like I've said before, I wouldn't use, and I use Photoshop to do those sort of things. Anyway, so that's looking at those two features. Just a quick look, something I don't use, that's why I don't bother with it. Turn that off, and then we'll go to the next bit. On to the second feature of this software. Both versions have it, and that is sky replacement. Now, we've got sky replacement in Evoto, and then we've got a good array of skies to choose from, and then you get the opportunity to add your own if you would like to. So we'll go to the recommended one. Again, on Portrait Pro, a good selection of different skies. Again, this is a feature I do not use much in either software. It's just something I wouldn't use. Okay, so let's have a look at the Evoto version, and we'll go for a blue sky, not too many clouds. Let's go for that one, and then let's see what we get. Now, straight off the bat, it adjusts the image of the person as well, which I wouldn't want it to do. If you don't want to match it, there we go, we can adjust it back. Again, both of them have, oh, this one's got water blur, so the reflection onto here, it would when it's caught the water, but I don't think it has on this occasion. But again, you can see, again, it's not something I use, so I'm not going to go into too much detail with it. Again, play with it yourself. You can adjust the temperature of the sky to match your image, blah, 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 the saturation. You can blur the sky. Again, you know, it does a good job. You know, I'm happy. So if I want to do a quick sky adjustment, I could use this. Okay, same again with Portrait Pro. Now it's got some pieces here that it has got wrong, so we can go into here and then it masks everything, and then we can adjust. I'm not going to go into that again, but again we can mask the sky, add the sky to places it hasn't sort of caught, and places it shouldn't have caught down here we can remove. I would say the sky adjustment is better in the AI model on Evoto, so that's a win to Evoto for me. I don't use it on either of them. I'm not going to go into too much detail on this one because this one is a winner in my opinion. But yeah, the two features, both software do it. Evoto has it working a lot better because obviously they're using it off their servers, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, all that aside, it does a better job in Evoto. Right, okay, again, I don't use this in either software. That's not my primary purpose of using this software. So again, I wouldn't use it. On to part 3. Now, one of the features that Evoto has installed as standard is the full body reshape. Okay, AI tool for automatically reshaping the body of a person. So we've got a good example here, a good image to be edited. Now, people use this, you know, for different reasons. Again, you can do something similar in Photoshop, but the Portrait Pro doesn't have it built into their software. Now, they do have a standalone product which is specifically for doing this type of work. Now, in my opinion, that is the best way to go about it. If you have a software that is trying to do everything, some things won't work as good as a standalone product. This is only my opinion. So if you have a standalone product that is dedicated to doing one thing and one thing alone, or nearly one thing and one thing alone, it has got some makeover adjustments, very basic, but again, they've added it as a little extra. Anyway, let's just jump straight into this bit of the part of the video and explain to you. Body shaping. Okay, so you can leave it to the AI to do the body shaping, and you just let it adjust and make the person slim, larger, etc. AI just doesn't know what it's doing, in my opinion, when it's doing this sort of thing, because if you look at the background, we're getting some warping effects on there. So again, slight adjustments might work, but when you start doing too many adjustments using AI, it can't distinguish the person from the background, so we get some warping. Now, when you go to this section here, again, it's adjusting the whole image, so we're getting distortion on the back. For slight adjustments, you're not going to notice. But if you're doing some larger adjustments like this allows you to, 100% either way, you will see the problems that occur. Now the height one, again, something you can get away with quite easily, so the height one works if you don't go too far. It's working well. Head adjustment. You can make the head a little bit smaller, larger, etc. Again, it's doing a fair job of that. You can adjust the neck to make it a little bit slimmer, or individually, right side, left side, etc. Again, play with these yourself. Now, again, on this image, we're giving it an easy job because there's nothing to distinguish. It's a plain background against the arm, so the arms, we shouldn't have an issue. But if you look at that side, it is warping the back of the picture, and it's not doing anything to the top arm because it can't recognize that's an arm up there. So again, one arm is getting adjusted and the other arm, nothing. Boob area, again, adjustments back and forth. Waist area, this is where software seems to have a problem, leaving it to, added features, because again, I don't know what it is. It's just, a gimmicky sort of add-on, so it doesn't seem to work well. So if you look there, again, we're getting problems with the arm, everything. Okay, leg width. We're getting distortion in the image again, etc., etc. Leg length. It's going to work well, but again, we're going to distort the background. No big deal. So some of the features, it works. Some of the features, it doesn't. Again, body reshaper as an extra function in a all-in-one software, in my opinion, is just an added bonus that, well, if you get some good results, you will. And then if you don't, it's tough. It's not the main feature. So, is what it is. Now, if you're getting a standalone product, again, you can download and try this yourself. This product is designed to do this job, and in my opinion, let's see if it does a better job. Okay, so you load your picture in, you can click on, you can have a picture from behind, so it's going to recognize that's like roughly where the nose would be. But anyway, again, I'm just going over this quickly. Take a look yourself and see what you think. So first thing you do is you click on the nose, and then you select, is it a female or male? We'll select female, analyzes the image, and then it gives you some body markups to adjust and see if you're happy with. So it's outlined the legs, the body, etc. If you want to modify the markups, you can do, but in this occasion, we will just click accept, edit body. Analyzing the background. So what it's done there is it's analyzed the background, and it's analysed the subject as well. So if you look here, we should have adjusted it maybe just a little bit. But again, I'm just letting the AI do what it can do, and we'll just see what the difference is. So it's recognized there's an arm there, it's recognized there's an arm up here, and then the rest of the body, legs, etc. And then you can go to your panels and you can slim the person. Again, we do see some warping on the back of the image, foreground. Anyway, so let's carry on. So we can make the person curvy. We can lift the body. Look, again, I would rather you play with this yourself, but you can see here all the different functions we're going to get. Again, we're getting some body warping. Sorry, not some body warping, some image warping as well. But the good thing about this is once you've edited your picture, I will just go into here. We've got the chest area, we've got waist, hips, chest height. I mean, there's a lot more features because it's a standalone program. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, I do use this software for, you know, if I'm working with wedding clients and you do get that email back or the message back saying, could you make me look a little bit slimmer, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to faff around with something that doesn't do a really good job. I'll just use this software that does a better job. And then, yeah. Anyway, as you can see. Again, try it yourself, play around with it, and then you can, you know, make your own judgment. But again, like I said, it's recognize the arm on this picture. We've got both arms recognized. It's just, there's just so many things you can do. You can also adjust the, you know, the angle of whatever the person's doing. There's just a lot more features because it's a standalone product. Again, editing the body. Again, I'd rather not go into this for too long, but have a look yourself. You can, you know, do some of the features like the warp tools that you can have on Photoshop. There's just so much thing. But then they do give you that bonus of adjusting the skin as well. Selected skin areas. It's selected it there, which isn't skin. But as you can see, it did a good job at catching most of it. And then we can smooth the skin, tummy tuck, belly button no change if there was a belly button on show. There's just so many more things you can have a look at in this. And then it's got a basic widen eye, smoothing skin, light contrast, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, in general, I would say if you're wanting to do a lot of work on adjusting bodies, etc., go for a standalone product. Like I said, Evoto might evolve theirs over the time, but at the moment it's just an added feature that is in there. You think, oh, it can do this, that, and the other. Wow, brilliant. But then when you have a look at what it's doing, there is issues. Anyway, this is part 2.5 of probably 3 videos on these two pieces of software that I use regularly. Hope this one's been helpful once again. Don't leave it to me to tell you what to do. Download each software yourself and try them out and see what is good for you. I'm just giving you my opinion of what I use on a daily basis. Okay, we'll see you in the next video.